breakup can either build you up or tear you the fuck down. And for most men, if they don't know how to deal with it, it will tear them down. It'll go into this place of blaming themselves, shaming themselves, wondering what the hell happened, trying to reach out to her for closure, trying to ask her what was wrong, trying to figure out what they can do differently so that they don't ever have that happen to them again. And the problem is that kind of mindset's what got them there in the first place. Whereas you could go to this place where you're like, fuck this shit, I'm moving forward. And you could get to this place where you tap into your indomitable spirit, your warrior spirit, and say, I'm going to win no matter what. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, because I know that right now, if you've been broken up with, if your wife told you she's leaving you, if your wife told you that she's cheating on you, you found out, maybe you came across some text messages or some sort of a Tinder account or some bullshit like that, you found out that one of her coworkers has been hanging out with her on her trip, then we're going to make the greatest comeback of your fucking life. Because what we got to do is turn you into the badass motherfucker. The BAMF was the last time you heard that. BAMF. So that she regrets leaving you. That you become so powerful, so amazing that she'll be like, holy shit, what the hell did I do? And then she comes back crawling to you, and then you get to make the decision if she comes back or not. It gets to be in your hands. That's exactly what we do in the Soul Seducer program. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to be exactly that. My name is Ed Baxter, and I help guys in betrayal situations. I've coached thousands of men, tens of thousands of men who come through my doors in one form or another. I've had over 3,000 guys come through the Betrayed to Badass program. And that's what we do. We'll get you to that place where you make the right decision for you and your children. The first trap is seeking closure. Most guys go to their ex-girlfriend, they go to their wife. Why did we break up? What's wrong? What happened? Where did the relationship fall apart? And he asks her this, and he tries to figure out what the solution is. But the thing is that she's not trying to give you the answer to this. She's not going to tell you the truth of it. Why? Because you wouldn't be able to handle the truth. The truth was that she lost attraction for you, she lost respect for you, and she didn't really want to be with you for probably 6 months or a year prior. And it's been going on for a long time, and she's been lying her fucking ass off. And in fact, if she's been in a relationship, she's been in an affair, that's not something that happens overnight. That's like premeditated murder. That is a game that she plays over time, lies to your fucking face every night when she lays next to you and tells you she loves you. That's some messed up shit. And so she's not going to tell you the answers. And you're like, well, what can I do to make you love me again? See, the thing is, it's not a logical game. It's an emotional game, and she knows this. And she knows that for whatever reason that she's just not into you, and she doesn't even know why. She just knows that emotionally she's responding to somebody else. And so this is the problem here. And most women do not just leave their man. They usually have another guy on the hook. They monkey branch from one guy to the next because they want that emotional support. They're looking for safety from men. They're looking for that connection. And when you're doing this, it just doesn't work. She's not going to give you the answers that are going to help you. She's going to give you the answers that make her situation better. So she's going to say, I'm confused. She's going to say, I don't really know. I need to find myself again. She's going to say, I don't know if we were ever really a good match. She's not going to tell you, yeah, I'm really horny for this guy over here, but I can't tell you that. She can't tell you, yeah, I really need you as a paycheck because I don't know how I'm going to support myself, and I really want this guy over here, and hopefully things will work out and I can go move in with him. She's not going to tell you this stuff. She's not going to tell you, yeah, I never really was that into you, but you made a lot of money, and so I thought that I'd be happy if I just had my needs met financially, so I felt safe. She's not going to tell you that. She's going to tell you what she thinks you're going to need to hear so that she can slowball this game. She's going to tell you, I'm just confused. I need to find myself. I don't even know who I am anymore. It's not you, it's me. She's going to tell you these things, and she's not going to give you the closure that you want. Because when she gives you something, you're going to go and change it. And then all she can do is say, well, he changed for me, and he did exactly what I want. So fuck, what am I going to do now? So she has to give you these loose things that you will never attain, these loose targets that you can't actually get to. Because if you win in this arena, it messes up her narrative. The only closure you need is to get clear on what you want. And stop trying to get after this woman and get after the kind of woman. In other words, we got to decouple your emotional state from her and set your target on what you want. And it's easier said than done, but this is the main game. If you look for her for closure, it's going to be a never-ending moving goalpost. Why? She likes the game of control, and right now she feels out of control. That's why you get this hot and cold behavior from her all the time. One minute she's hot all over you, next minute she's cold. She's hot on you when she feels like she's going to lose you. She's cold when she feels like she's got you. She's hot when she needs fucking tires for the car. She's cold when she gets what she wants. And she'll play this game with you over and over again. And you're sitting here trying to dance to her tune, and you have no power. You keep demonstrating that you're weak, keep demonstrating that you're easily manipulated, and it doesn't get you anywhere. And it makes you want to chase after her. The rejection breeds obsession. You chase after her, try to communicate more, try to have more conversation about what's happening. And the thing is that she doesn't need you to try to figure out what's happening. What she needs is you to fucking move forward. Which leads to number two, you need to control your mind, or it's going to dominate you. You got to control your mind. You got to control your emotions. In fact, the first thing we teach in Soul Seducer is emotional self-control. Why? Because you're going to start acting like an unhinged maniac. Your anxiety's through the fucking roof. You're calling her all the time, tracking her phone, eyeball fucking the GPS, trying to figure out where she's going, talking to the kids, trying to see if you can get a narrative from them, trying to see what's happening, going to her boss, talking to her coworkers, looking up bank accounts, phone numbers, tracking down every move. And you act like a fucking stalker. Trying, like, if I just can find the guy, if I just get some evidence, if I can actually see the P in the V, then I know she's cheating. It's like, dude, you don't even need all that. It's ridiculous. And it's obsessive behavior, and it'll land you in jail. And so if you get into this place, you're going to end up getting a restraining order. You're going to be like, well, I'll just hammer her. I'll just yell at her and scream at her, and I'll get the truth by doing that. Yeah, cool. And now she'll call the cops to get a restraining order. Good fucking job, bro. So what you want to do is you got to control your mind. You got to stay calm under pressure. You have to make the right moves at the right time so that you don't blow things up. Because if you do this, if you just keep walking around like it's like walking to a landmine without a map. At some point, you're going to step on the wrong one and it's going to blow up in your face and it'll be unrecoverable. So you have to control your mind. You cannot afford to be making mistakes. I mean, your children's future's on the line, your future's on the line, your financial future's on the line in some cases, and your marriage is on the line. Can I save my marriage if my wife is cheating on me? Yeah, you can. Do you want to? If you're desperate, you're going to say, fuck yes, I'll make it my life's mission to save my marriage. And then me, as a guy, as a transformational coach who deals with this all the time and thousands of men under my belt, I can tell you, you're saying this now, but work with me for 2 months and you're going to be into your power. And you're like, you know what? I don't know if I need this woman. I'm getting more attraction from women than I've ever had in my life, and I don't need her approval anymore. And this is a different place. From the place you're sitting now to that place there is just incomprehensible to you. You don't know what that looks like. You don't know what that feels like. This is something I'm telling you, and it sounds nice. And for some of you, that might just scare you. Like, I don't actually want that, Ed. I don't want to find another woman. I don't want to get in that place where I don't want my wife. It's like, okay, that's fine. But we're going to do what's best for you. And we're going to do what's best for your family and your children. And you may find at the end of that I don't make that choice for you. That's a choice that you make. This is just what happens to men. Because when men step in their power, they choose to step into power. They don't choose to make somebody beg somebody to come back. Which means that number 3 is you build yourself into the kind of guy that never gets cheated on. See, right now you're trying to force it. You're trying to force it. You're trying to force her to open up, trying to force communication, trying to force her to tell you how to seduce her. You're trying to force her to do all this shit. And guilt her and shame her about being a bad mother. Tell her that this is not how a wife should act, that you try to leverage your commitment on marriage to stay together. Maybe you threaten her about finances. Maybe you tell her, hey, you'll never be able to live alone on your own. You can't afford the house we're in now. And you want to hold the house? What are you going to do? And then on the other hand, you're like, I don't want to give her a fucking penny. Fuck her. She's trying to steal it from me. She's trying to steal everything from me, everything that I worked hard for. And on one hand, yeah, I can relate to that. But on the other hand, you forget that she's also the mother of your children. And so it's probably best that she doesn't have a hard life for the sake of your children. And so you're in this place where you're just really confused. You don't know what to do. And so you're just scrambling around. You're like this crab in a bucket, just pulling everybody down with you. You're pulling your wife down with you. And maybe she's abusive, maybe she's toxic, maybe she's incredibly narcissistic. And there are ways to get around all of this and get into a place of peace. Yes, even with a narcissist who's hell-bent on destroying your life. Yeah, we know how to do that. We've been doing it many, many times. In fact, most of the guys I'm dealing with, we're dealing exactly with this shit. And so the game is not force. The game is seduction. See, seduction is an enticing and fun experience. When you saw the trailer for The Lord of the Rings, you're like, that's a cool movie. I'm going to go see that. See, you were seduced. The movie theater didn't come to your house, force a ticket in your hand, grab you and throw you in the chair. No. It didn't show up at your house like a used car salesman and say, hey, come on, let's go, let's watch the movie. It'd be fucking obnoxious. You're like, get out of here. No, seduction is an enticement. It is an invitation to play. When was the last time you played with your wife? When was the last time you had fun in your life, fun in your relationship, and lived in the now moment? Most guys aren't doing this at all. Most guys get caught up in work and business and trying to be and perform and do so they can get a little table scraps of affection, a little pussy. And this is the problem with guys. They do not want to live a powerful life because they do not value themselves. They do not want to step into their power. And so a seductive man is a guy who leads by example. He's an exemplar. He's the guy who sits at the finish line where the women fuck the winners. That's the guy who is seductive. He didn't chase a woman. They come chasing after him. And this is the difference. We have to turn you around. We have to forge you into the guy that does not chase women. We have to forge you into the guy that seduces women by invitation. Forge you into the guy that, hey, I'm going to be this guy. If you want to roll with me, great. If not, so what? I've got 4 other women on the hook. And the thing is we're not in a place where we're playing women. We're not in a place where we're playing these pickup games and this kind of stuff. No, this is just how you are, and this is just what happens to these guys by them living their own lives unapologetically with heart and humility. Again, we're not taking advantage of anybody. We don't want to do that. And so the problem is you've been making your wife your life. You've been chasing after. You've been forcing connection down her throat when she doesn't want it. And all in this place of, I just feel bad and I need her to make me feel better about myself. That's not a powerful man. That is a man controlled by a woman because he's weak emotionally and internally. So if you really want to step into your power and your wife has left you, you got to cut her off. Stop trying to fix it. Stop trying to make her come back to you. Stop trying to change her. Stop trying to force her to be different than she is. You are, aren't you? You're looking at her and saying, I wish you were different than you are. Please be the way I want you to be. Oh, you won't be different than you are? I guess I'm going to feel sorry for myself. So there's a level of you can't even accept her as she is. And you say that you love her. You say that you love your wife, but you want her to be different than she is. She's cheating on you. Yeah, that's what she wants to be. I thought you loved her. I do. Then why wouldn't you want her to be happy? Why wouldn't you want her to go have what she wants? Yeah, but this is fucked up. Yeah, sure. It's fucked up because she changed the rules on you. Obviously, you didn't love her. You loved her validation. You loved her sex. You loved her approval. If you actually loved her, you'd want her to go move on and do what she wants. If you want to be the guy that actually entices a woman into your life that loves you for you in the way that you are, and then you can be unapologetically yourself and actually go dominate, and then she will appreciate you forever, be completely devoted to you, and desire you all the time, that is a soul seducer. That is a guy who's actually doing some shit. Not chasing after a woman and begging and pleading for table scraps of affection while she goes and bangs the other guy down the road. That's insane. That's weak. And you shouldn't be doing this. You know this in your heart. It's completely disrespectful to yourself. And so if you want to actually move forward, you have to step into your power. You have to turn this pain into power. And you have to look at it and say, I do not need her to make me feel better about myself. I need to step into my power and feel better about myself for me. And when you do this, you'll find that women are a reflection of your subconscious thinking. In other words, the women in your life will start to value you more because you value yourself more. If you want to learn how to do this in actually 10 days, check out Soul Seducer in the link in the description below. Yeah, I talk about Soul Seducer in every video because it's that fucking powerful, and my mission is to help guys like you. Why? Because I fucking love you, and I've been dealing with this shit my whole life. I was your child. If you were cheated on, yeah, I was your son. I watched my mom bring guys into the house. I watched my mom cheat on my dad the entire childhood. I saw some fucking shit. This is why I do this work. I don't want your kids to end up like I did. Although I decided to rise into my power, I knew what the pain was like. I saw the dynamic, and I decided in my life, this is going to end with me. It's stopping in this generation because my mother's father, cheated on her mom. And it happened, and I'm sure it kept going on. And this betrayal cycle, this manipulative cycle of narcissistic abuse just goes through the generations. Trauma after trauma after trauma. The traumatic parent abuses the child emotionally. The emotional abuse makes the child have the trauma, which they do this to their children. It keeps going on and on and on. It'll do this to your children as well. Guarantee it's probably already happening. And I didn't want that to happen for me. I stopped that shit. That's why I'm doing this. This is why Soul Seducer exists, by the way. So that you can turn this dynamic around and actually not just stop the fucking pain, but have everything you want in your life. A woman who is absolutely fucking drawn to you, desires you sexually, appreciates everything that you do, all the hard work you put in, and is also beautiful and loving and empathetic. Brother, that program is for you. If you're watching this video now, there is a good chance that that program is for you and you really need it. Go check out the link in the description. If you got a lot out of this video, hit the like button. Do me a solid on that one. And then, if you want to see more, obviously hit subscribe. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.